Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. You guys, we have a new deck, and this deck is not only new for the channel, but it's new for everybody. This deck is coming out in November, late November. I'm not exactly sure the date, but I think it's November 25th, 2025, that is. And this one is the Tarot of Secrets by Tess Witherhurst, and the artwork is by Anna Novaes. Now, this one is by Blue Angel, but will be distributed in the United States by Llewellyn Publications, you guys. And this is the back of the box, and you can read that. There are secrets here, deep secrets, timeless secrets to connect you with a formidable current of universal wisdom and renovate your world. This is the front of the box, you guys. It's a pretty big box. The Blue Angel is been coming out with this sort of bigger boxes. I kind of like it. These are obviously tarot is this, but you know, they've been coming out with a couple of different tarot decks, the Blue Angel Publications, and usually I'm used to seeing oracle decks by Blue Angel, not so much the tarot decks, but I'm glad that they're doing the tarot decks, to be honest. And so this is what the box looks like. It breaks into two, you guys. It's one of those thicker boxes. Look, this is what the inside of the box looks like. This is the book that it comes with. Wow, you guys, it is a pretty big book. So this book has over 350 pages. Here's the table of contents, you guys. Go ahead and pause your device and read that. So it gives you how to prepare your deck for use, how to do a reading with the Tarot of Secrets, how to do magical and spiritual work with the Tarot of Secrets, and then it goes into the cards, as you can see here. So, and then it goes right into what we just discussed. And here it gives you a picture of the card, and here it gives you the meaning of the card, you guys. So you can pause your device and read that so you know how that reads. Here it goes further, and that particular one is for the Six of Vases. And so here is the rest of that. And then I'll do another one for you so you can also read. Here's for the Five of Wands, and you can pause your device and read that, you guys. And here it continues. And so you can also take a pause and read that. And so you guys, very nice cover. It is that rose petal feeling. It's a thick book. I said it before and I'll say it again. I love it when I get a good piece of literature with my decks. And so I've gotten that here and more. So I'm happy about that. Here are the cards. They come in this box that has a backing like this. Look how cool that backing looks, you guys. And these are bigger cards. Oh, I already like them. They're bigger. So we're going to get into those in a second. These are the cards, you guys. Now, this cardstock is really good again. This is that rose petal, but it's not overwhelming. It's robust. I'm happy with this, you guys. I've been reviewing a couple of Blue Angels, the new ones from Blue Angels and Llewellyn, and the cardstock has been so good lately. I'm so pleased with it. I can't even tell you. So I'm happy about this cardstock. It feels robust. It feels good. It feels lush on my hands. Look how much bigger these cards are, you guys. I mean, this is sort of a regular size, but look how much bigger this one is, you guys, right? So this is really cool because somebody that loves big cards, that's really a cool thing. This is the back of the card, you guys, and it looks like they are reversible for the untrained eye. So they're not totally the same, but sort of. It's like, it's a little bit of a mind game there, right? Yeah, it's a little bit of a mind game, but let's go over these cards, you guys. So here we have our Fool. Here we have our Magician. And they look very modern. Already I can say this right away. It gives me a modern feeling, right? printing is really good on this deck. It has a big border. I don't seem to mind the border so much because it is a large size card. So for that it's okay. I think it's allowed to have a border. It's allowed, right? Yeah. Who am I to say, you guys, what is allowed and what is not allowed? But I would say that because it is a larger card, it's okay that it has a frame. That's what I meant to say. And so this is the High Priestess. And you guys, this deck is all about unlocking universal wisdom by blending traditional esoteric symbolism with modern insights. As you can see, this is the Empress. It's designed to take you in a transformative journey of deep introspection and personal growth. This is the Emperor. Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of esoteric. There's a lot of symbolism in this deck, you guys. You see it everywhere. You see it here. You see it here. You see it here behind and here. And so, you know, taking the guidebook with you whenever you're going to do a reading with this book or whenever you're getting yourself acquainted with this book, I think it's a good idea. This is the Lovers. See all the signs here. This is the Chariot. This is the Strength. Pretty artwork, really. Ooh, I love that Hermit card. That is very, very pretty Hermit card. So you see, it looks like his head is hollow. And so this part of his face is missing, but you can see inside. And so what is this in here? It looks like maybe like a sand clock. And so very, very interesting. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is Justice. This is the Hanged. Not the hanged one, it's the hanged. And she's not hanging upside down. She is hanging right side up, but she's hanging by her arms, not by her legs. And it looks like if she falls, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. You know, it looks like a very pointy glass thing there. She could totally hurt herself with that. There looks like there's fire there. Looks like there's even a little bit of blood already in there. And there's a snake coming off of her leg. Very interesting. This is the Death card. There's a lot to look at. This is Temperance. And I'm getting sort of a cold feeling. I'm getting sort of, you know, that esoteric sort of a feeling. I'm not getting too much of an earth feeling, which is totally fine. None of those are negatives. Those are just the emotions that this deck is bringing out. This is the Tower. And so it's one of those decks that the Star, that has very pretty artwork, but it's also full of meaning. Look, the jar looks like there's some sort of a red liquid coming out of the jar. Now you can make up your own mind what that might be. This is the Moon, and that's a really cool moon. But full of symbolism, you guys. Full of it. This is the Sun. Very cool Sun card. Wonder why there's two figures there, two male figures there. This is Judgment. This is the World. And I think that if you're starting with tarot and you're learning with the RWS, I don't know, this would be a confusing deck for me if I was starting. But that's just me. Maybe for you it wouldn't be, you know. You want to give it a try, then go right ahead. That's one of the things I love about tarot. You know, a lot of people say there's so many rules in tarot and this one and that one. You guys, tarot is what you make out of it. And so what you see is what it is. Of course, we should all have a knowledge of it, right? And there's a basic knowledge. But I believe that we take that knowledge and then you twist it to the right, you twist it to the left, and you make out of it what works for you. That's what tarot has done for me, and it hasn't taken me on this particular path of it needs to be like this and that's it. Not at all. This is the Four of Vases, or I would say this is the Four of Cups, of course. This is the Five of Vases, and they're a little bit of peep cards, as you can see. At least that's what we're getting right now. And for those of you that don't know what peep cards are, those are just cards that give you the elements on the card and the number of elements on the card. I mean, this one has more than just an element. This has a bird flying around in there, but this one also has a human figure on it. And a lot of the times you don't get that, but they're sort of like peep cards. This is the Six of Vases, Seven of Vases. This is the Eight of Vases. The Nine of Vases, you guys. This is the Ten of Vases. And here's the Princess of Vases. The Knight of Vases. There's the Queen of Vases. And she looks like she's some sort of a sea creature there. Interesting card. There's the King of Vases, and there is a whale shark as the King of Vases. Or is this the king falling? Interesting. Now we're stepping into the Wands, and this is the Ace of Wands. This is the Two of Wands. This is the Three of Wands. This is the Four of Wands. This is the Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Success. And it shows it here. You see her, she's just on top of the world there. She even has a crown on her. Here's the Seven of Wands, and that's a scary Seven of Wands. This dog looks like he's ready to attack or defending. There's the Eight of Wands, and there's a lot of movement going. But I wonder what this is doing here in the middle of these wands flying around. There's the Nine of Wands, and that's a very sweet Nine of Wands. There's the Ten of Wands. It's the Phoenix. There's the Princess of Wands. There's the Knight of Wands. There's the Queen of Wands, you guys. And she's a very, very interesting Queen of Wands. It looks like she's naked. It looks like there's smoke, or actually like she's part of the night. And she's sort of dividing the colors into the nighttime. This is a very interesting picture. What do you make out of this, you know? There's the King of Wands, you guys, and it's a gargoyle. And now we're stepping into the swords. And if we look at the book for the Ace of Swords, this is what it says, you guys. And of course, you can pause your device and read that. It says, blade of truth, guidance, clarity is here. You have uncovered the truth you have been seeking. The sword of illumination has pierced the fog of confusion or indecision. So you now see precisely what is happening and what you need to do. And then there is the dynamics. Ace of Swords is the purest and most essential expression of this air element, which is the element of thought, intelligence, swift movement, creative approaches, and new ideas. And then here has the secrets. The snake here is a sylph, an air spirit who does not get overly caught up in emotions, but rather lives in the realm of whip smart discernment and level-headed logic. So that kind of gives you an idea about the Ace of Swords and what it says. This is the Two of Swords. This is the Three of Swords. The Four of Swords, very, very, very cute Four of Swords. I love the fact that she's just laying there, but it looks like she's laying under the ground, or maybe it's another dimension. So this is sort of like one dimension, and this is another dimension. There looks to be the moon there, or what it looks like the moon is. So yeah, you guys, it's full of symbolism. This is the Five of Swords. This is the Six of Swords. Look, he's trying to come out of the boat there. Very interesting. This is the Seven of Swords. And you only see half of the fox. That's actually pretty funny. There's the 8 of Swords. Now we have the 9 of Swords, you guys. 10 of Swords. Princess of Swords. Knight of Swords. Look at her. Yeah. She's showing that she can fight. She's new at this. And she's showing a lot of loyalty and she's protecting. There's the Queen of Swords. I like that Queen of Swords. She's sort of an angel, but she's dressed in black and she's got 2 different colored wings. Very, very interesting. There's the King of Swords. There's the Ace of Coins, and there's a drop of blood about to pour into that rabbit. There's the 2 of Coins. There's the 3 of Coins. Here we have the 4 of Coins. We have the 5 of Coins. The 6 of Coins. The 7 of Coins, very symbolic. There's the 8 of Coins. This sort of reminds me of an alchemical sort of Robert M. Place deck. I don't know why, but it sort of does. This is the 9 of Coins. This is the 10 of Coins, and this is such a pretty picture. I love the colors here on the top. I love the image of this person and this figure. I love the way that this was actually colored and how it was drawn. It looks so real. It looks like somebody actually did it. It looks absolutely wonderful. There's the Princess of Coins. There's a lot of pink going on here. Very, very interesting. There's the Knight of Coins. There's the Queen of Coins. And of course, she's very sexy. And there's the King of Coins. He's got long hair. He looks very young. And I like it. It's a very lively sort of light picture. I like it. And so, Rob, how is this shuffling? Well, it is a chunky deck, you guys, and it is a big, long deck. So I have short fingers. So reaching is a challenge for me to try to shuffle like this. So I'm going to shuffle like this, as you can see. And that shuffles just fine because these are lush cards and I love this lushness and I love the size of them. So I'm totally fine with all of it, you guys. I really, really like it. And if we do a spread with this, it spreads okay. It is a chunky cardstock. So don't expect this to just glide so easily like a linen cardstock would. It doesn't do that, but it slides pretty well. And these are just really cool cards. I've never seen anything like this. This is a very particular deck, very themed. I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time with it because there's a lot of symbolism on it. So I really like to read the book in depth and I really like to know exactly what I am looking at and what the creators of this deck meant by all of the elements that I'm looking at with this card. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time for me to study the deck, read the book, and try to get familiar with it to see what is in here. And so, you guys, this is the Tarot of Secrets, and it's coming out in November 2025. It is like I said from It is, as I said, from Blue Angel, and it will be distributed by Llewellyn in the United States. Look for it, you guys, if you're interested. Let me know what you think about this deck, you guys. Is it something that you're going to want to get? I love to hear from you guys. So subscribe to the channel if you like, and let me know what you think. I love to hear from you. And as I always say, you guys, until the next time.